Germany, and I know the woman that bred them. We created the name Pinto, and I published this photo on the internet, this one. And honestly, 1 minute later the Japanese called. How much and how many I can have. Price, not important. And they came with a little bucket of money, $30,000 on the table, and they got 10 shrimp. Well, think about if you want to work here in General Motors or if you want to breed shrimp. You have to think about that. So I will step through. The variety is immense. We have a shrimp contest here as well, so if you have time, take a look. And here we have the blue variations. I have a shrimp magazine out called Breeders and Keepers. Have you heard of that? Yeah. The volume 1 is sold out, volume 2 is also sold out. I saw it sells for $1,800 on the internet. I would not support that, because I created this magazine. The price was originally 10 euros. That's approximately $12. I wanted that everybody can read and have the knowledge about it, and that's why it's no advertising in there. It's a thick, big magazine, and it's full of knowledge. And this is what shrimp people need, because I know there's not enough information, and the internet is like, you know, everybody writes everything in there, and I'm okay with experience, because I also have my experience, but very often I find just wrong information. It's not right, and the internet, of course, is spreading all that. So this magazine is, I interviewed about 60 breeders and asked to everyone the same question, so you can compare how they do it and how they are successful and all that. So if you have a chance, take a look at volume 3, because I still have some of that somewhere. This is the blue bolt, and here's a close-up. So you can see, let me see if I can make it bigger. This is the little tiny feed that they go and feed with. And you know what? This, if I have this already open now, you see the fine hairs there. And if you have planaria in your aquarium, the planaria are slimy and if they touch it, these little bristles, these little hairs stick together and they starve to death. And one time also I saw a planaria came out of the shrimp, and it was sitting at the gills, and I was photographing it. The funny thing, I just took photographs and the shrimp, book, dead. So planaria, I mean, there's a lot of things I would like to tell you about. You should not poison your shrimp. For example, if you go to gas up your Porsche or Mercedes-Benz, you take the thing, because it's called the nozzle or nozzle, okay? So you take that, and it has always some stuff on it, because diesel or, and then you go home, hey, no sleeping. And then you go home and put your hand in the aquarium. This will affect the shrimp. You will see how the shrimp will go. This is just one of the things. For example, you spray in your house against bugs or whatever, and your aquarium is open. You will have big problems, because the shrimp will... Or you live in South Florida and the temperature goes up to the 80s, 90s or whatever. Shrimp don't like that. What I do, I go to the fridge, take a big piece of cold meat, no, ice cubes. I know my steak is for other things, but a big piece of ice cubes and put that in the aquarium. It will last all day, so the shrimp are safe then. In Germany, we don't have like 200 degrees Fahrenheit like you in Florida, but some people live under the roof and it's getting warm, and that's why I always tell them, get a cooler. We have these little fans, or just a simple cheap method, use the ice. What time is it? Well, I have a smartphone since 3 months, because Corey from Aquarium Co-op told me it's important, if you want to be a YouTuber, you have to have a smartphone, because I still had the old one, the Nokia, you know, that you put, like, clap up, that one, the banana thing. Yeah, yeah, I lived in, and then I put my first video on the internet and said, Chris, welcome to the 21st century. Hey, after 1 hour, you found it. Good, now we can go back, bring more. No, I'm joking. So, if you want, hey, see, that's example, the shrimp salts. This from me, and not because I am selling it, is the most important invention in the shrimp hobby since 10 years, the shrimp salts. Because, for example, for Sulawesi, once without shrimp salts, you can forget it. They will not breed. You will have 98% of the people will not breed them. Because I know from the past when the shrimps have been introduced to the hobby, I was there. When actually I've been in Sulawesi at the lakes, and I saw how they live, and that's why we developed the salt. This is your poster now. Yeah, and please, Britney Spears has to go. Or Justin Bieber, or whatever you have. It's the only two guys I know from that. No, I heard about the Miley Cyrus. Somebody told me Miley Cyrus today. She's also big in America. And the Kardashians, I know about them also. But I learned about them from Corey, from Aquarium Co-op, because he told me that they are very important. They have 300 million followers. I said, what? And what they do, what they produce? Just nonsense. That's amazing. I'm really like, what? But this is the world. So sad, right? Oh, I have not too much time to go. I will just switch. Let me see. I want to show you some of my other stuff.